What Michael Jackson was hiding in Neverland for years. Introduction. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, was one of the most celebrated yet controversial figures in music history. His career saw groundbreaking success, with chart-topping hits and innovative music videos that defined pop culture. However, his personal life was shrouded in mystery and scandals, with much of it centering around his famous residence, Neverland Ranch. Acquired in 1988, the sprawling estate became a symbol of Jackson's eccentricity, housing amusement park rides, a zoo, and lavish structures. While it seemed like a wonderland to fans, others viewed it as a site of secrecy and controversy. What was Michael Jackson hiding in Neverland for years? The answer intertwines his desire to escape from the harsh realities of fame, his longing for a lost childhood, and the darker allegations of inappropriate behavior. This essay explores the multifaceted narrative surrounding Neverland, analyzing what it revealed and concealed about Jackson's life and legacy. The creation of Neverland Ranch. In 1988, Michael Jackson purchased the Sycamore Valley Ranch in Santa Barbara County, California, for $17 million. Renaming it Neverland Ranch, he transformed the 2,700-acre property into a fantastical estate inspired by J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan, the boy who never grew up. Neverland was more than a residence, it was an escape from the relentless pressures of Jackson's stardom and a manifestation of his dream to recapture a childhood he claimed he never had. The ranch featured an amusement park with a Ferris wheel, carousel, bumper cars, and a train system. It also included a zoo with exotic animals like elephants, giraffes, and orangutans. These elements weren't just for show, they reflected Jackson's deep longing to recreate a utopian world of innocence and joy. For many visitors, including underprivileged children and guests invited for charitable events, Neverland was a magical haven. However, the same elements that made Neverland enchanting also raised questions. The whimsical environment, coupled with Jackson's preference for surrounding himself with children, led some to wonder if there was a darker side to the estate. A personal sanctuary. Neverland was more than an amusement park, it was Michael Jackson's refuge. From an early age, Jackson's life was dictated by his career. As the lead singer of the Jackson 5, he spent his childhood rehearsing, performing, and dealing with the pressures of the entertainment industry. He often spoke about how his father, Joe Jackson, pushed him relentlessly, sometimes to the point of physical and emotional abuse. In this context, Neverland became a symbol of freedom. It was a place where Jackson could escape the prying eyes of the media and find solace. He surrounded himself with symbols of innocence, such as toys, mannequins, and themed decor. Jackson himself described Neverland as a place of peace where he could relive the childhood he felt was stolen from him. For many years, the ranch was also a site of creativity and philanthropy. Jackson hosted numerous charitable events at Neverland, inviting disadvantaged children to experience the joy of the estate. To these children and their families, Jackson was a generous benefactor. Yet, the same sanctuary that offered him solace would later be overshadowed by controversy. The allegations. In 1993, Michael Jackson faced his first public allegations of child sexual abuse. A young boy, Jordan Chandler, accused him of inappropriate behavior, and the case quickly garnered worldwide attention. The investigation focused heavily on Neverland Ranch, with police searching the property for evidence. Although Jackson denied the allegations and reached a financial settlement with the Chandlers, the case left a stain on his reputation. The accusations resurfaced in 2003 when Jackson was charged with multiple counts of child molestation involving another boy, Gavin Arvizo. The trial, which took place in 2005, included testimony about Neverland and its role in Jackson's interactions with children. Prosecutors painted the ranch as a place designed to lure children, describing how it provided an ideal environment for grooming. Defense attorneys, however, argued that Neverland was simply a manifestation of Jackson's eccentric personality and his desire to create a utopia. After a highly publicized trial, Jackson was acquitted of all charges. In 2019, the release of the documentary Leaving Neverland reignited these allegations. The film featured detailed accounts from Wade Robson and James Safechuck, who claimed they were abused by Jackson at Neverland during their childhood. The documentary divided public opinion, with some seeing it as damning evidence and others questioning its credibility. What Jackson might have been hiding. The question of what Michael Jackson was hiding in Neverland is complex. On one level, the ranch can be seen as a physical manifestation of his inner struggles, his attempt to hide from a world that scrutinized him relentlessly. Jackson often spoke about his loneliness and how he felt misunderstood. Neverland was his shield, a world where he could control who entered and what happened. On another level, the allegations suggest that Jackson may have been hiding more sinister actions. The descriptions of Neverland as a playground for children raised questions about its purpose. Some critics argue that the whimsical environment served as a facade, masking potential misconduct. The meticulous design of Neverland, with its private quarters and secluded areas, added to these suspicions. At the same time, Jackson's defenders maintain that Neverland's design was innocent and reflective of his unique personality. They argue that the allegations against him were financially motivated and that the estate was simply a place where he could share joy with others. Psychologically, Neverland also symbolized Jackson's desire to escape from trauma. His life was marked by contradictions. He was one of the most famous people in the world, yet he often described feeling isolated. The estate allowed him to construct a reality that aligned with his fantasies, free from the demands of the outside world. Legacy of Neverland. Following Michael Jackson's death in 2009, Neverland became a site of both fascination and contention. Some viewed it as a memorial to his creativity and generosity, while others saw it as a reminder of the controversies that plagued his life. In 2020, the ranch was sold to billionaire Ron Burkle for $22 million, a fraction of its original value. The sale marked the end of an era, yet Neverland's story continues to captivate the public. In 2024, it was used as a filming location for a biopic about Jackson, further cementing its place in his legacy. Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch was a place of dreams and nightmares. For Jackson, it was a sanctuary where he could escape the pressures of fame and relive the innocence of childhood. For others, it was a site of suspicion and controversy, with allegations that cast a shadow over his career. What Jackson was hiding at Neverland depends on perspective. To his admirers, he hid from a harsh world that never allowed him peace. To his critics, he had actions that could never be fully reconciled with his public persona. Ultimately, Neverland remains a powerful symbol of Jackson's complex legacy, a blend of unparalleled artistry, personal pain, and enduring controversy.